How's it going, guys? It's Michael here. So back again with another video. So I just made a video about why I left Japan, and one of the things that I talked about in that video was how I really had a good time, good experiences, good friends, and good dating experiences as well. So let's talk about those dating experiences. All right, so this video is going to be related to dating and girls, and I guess the topic will be like, how has my dating life changed over time? Yeah, let's just call it that. How has my dating life changed over time? I'm in my 30s now, 32 years old, so am I the same guy when it comes to girls as I was back in my 20s? The short answer is not really the same. I kind of have changed over time. In a lot of core ways, I am still kind of the same when it comes to girls and dating. In what way am I still the same? Well, I still find attractive and pretty girls. I still find them attractive. I still think girls are sexy, and I still like girls. I haven't converted to the other direction or anything like that, but yeah, that's pretty much still the same. I still like girls and all that kind of stuff. But what has really changed is like the way that I approach things, my whole attitude towards it, I guess, or my whole vibe towards girls has changed, I guess, over these years. So if we zoom back to maybe my high school years, because that's kind of where the dating stuff kind of starts, is back in like high school, right? When I was in high school, I did not have any girlfriends. I was a nerd, to be blunt. I was not popular with the girls back in high school. I remember I was so shy. I was like an awkward, geeky, nerdy guy who played a lot of RuneScape. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into anime, Japanese stuff, so I was not like one of those jock kind of guys who got all the girls. I was an introvert. I was shy. I was so nervous when I used to talk to girls. I remember, like, back in those days, every time a girl would talk to me, I wouldn't be able to control like my face. I would be smiling in such a goofy way, like this weird goofy smile, kind of like Mr. Beast, how he looks when he talks. Like, I would always look like that when I was talking to girls. And like, I remember that feeling so weird. I remember thinking, like, why can't I like stop smiling like that when girls talk to me? You guys know what I'm talking about, that face that Mr. Beast does when he's like smiling and talking, and he like cannot stop smiling. It's fucking creepy. But anyway, yeah, I used to be like that when girls talked to me back in high school. Because I was so shy, man. Like, I felt so nervous. I think it was like a nervous reaction of mine to be like that. So anyway, I didn't have any girlfriend in high school, although there were like a couple girls who did like me. I wasn't attracted to them. But anyway, let's fast forward to university. University, things got a little bit better. After my first year, well, when I was a first year student, I had my first kind of sexual experience with a girl. I wouldn't really count it as losing my virginity though, because it wasn't full. I didn't go like all the way. But that kind of got me on the right, I guess, start with girls. I mean, I wouldn't call it the right start. I was kind of drunk, and it was a girl. I was at a party. I think it was Halloween, and then I kind of hooked up with this one girl, but it was awkward and whatever. Not a great first experience. But after my first year, I did finally get my first girlfriend, who I met online. I met her online through, I can't even remember, I think it was called My Yearbook at the time. This was like almost 15 years ago. There was this website called My Yearbook, I believe, and it was kind of like a dating site, something like that. And I finally met my first girlfriend through there while I was on my summer break after first year. I dated her for, I ended up dating her for like 2 years. So that was my first girlfriend. It was long distance. But yeah, I remember anyway, like during this whole beginning phase of my dating life, I was just so shy and so nervous to girls. But anyway, after my first experience with this girlfriend, I kind of broke up with her, and then I was a single guy in university, and this is where I started to finally hook up with some more girls. I started having more fun with girls in my third and fourth year of university. I didn't have another girlfriend for the rest of my university time, but I remember I went to parties and stuff, and I hooked up sometimes, and just had some typical university style fun. But I also remember, like, back in those days, I would, like, every time I saw like an attractive girl, I would be all like excited to be like, yo, look at her, oh, she's so hot, like talking to my friends. And then like we would always be talking about like hot girls and stuff, and it was fun, I'm not gonna lie, but it's completely different from now. So yeah, university was kind of like that, and I kind of kept that mentality for basically the rest of my 20s. Just like this feeling of like when you see a hot girl, you like looking at her you're like whoa, your eyes are like, you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, it kind of continued like this. When I went to Japan, it was the same. I was hooking up with girls and stuff, and staring at hot girls whenever I see them. Even in Vietnam was the same when I moved to Vietnam. And even when I moved to China, like this kind of persisted for a long time. I would say like until I became around like 30, 31. Now 32 is kind of where things are starting to shift for me a little bit. And in what way do I mean? I mean, like, these days I don't really care that much when I see an attractive girl. Like, I remember, as I was saying, I would just like stare at them, and like, my eyes would be like, I'd be like in like amazement or something. But nowadays when I see an attractive girl, I'm more focused on how I feel. I don't really like, because like the thing that I was doing back then was like, you like look at her and then like your energy is like going to her in some kind of way. I don't know if that makes sense, but now it's like I'm kind of like focused on myself more. I'm focused on how I'm feeling, how centered I am. So whenever I see a hot girl, you know, I kind of notice her, but I'm trying to keep the way I'm feeling kind of like grounded and stable. I'm not trying to like ruin my groundedness by looking at her. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, it's like when I see a hot girl and I look at her, it makes me feel kind of off balance in a way. I don't know why, but that's why I choose to just focus on how I'm feeling instead. So I do notice that girls seem to kind of prefer this as well. It's like they kind of seem to prefer a guy who is grounded and in his own space rather than giving them all this attention for no reason, right? Like these days, I'm not just giving attention for free for no reason. It's like I will smile to a girl if I feel like she's making me feel happy in some way, like if she's being like nice or friendly, then I'll smile, right? Obviously, I'm not gonna like be rude or anything, just to be polite. But other than that, I'm not really paying attention that much to girls. I mean, I am in a relationship now, so that's one thing. But I guess on like some other level, it's like, why do I not care so much? I don't know. Maybe it's because I've had enough experience with girls to where I kind of understand that the more attractive a girl is, the more completely used to having all this attention like she becomes, right? The more attractive a girl is, the more she is used to all this attention. And the more she is used to this feeling like she doesn't want this attention, right? I kind of see it and I kind of understand it now. And also, I kind of understand that these attractive girls are not really the best for dating anyway. Like, what do I mean by that? Like, I find that more like average or normal girls are more easy to date. They require, I don't know, there's just a lot less drama with them. They're more stable to be with. The hotter the girl, the like crazier she is, the more she's gonna fuck with your mind and your emotions. And it's like the more chaotic, like the more beautiful the girl is, the more chaotic your life is gonna feel, is kind of what I noticed. So yeah, maybe that's why I don't really care that much when I see a hot girl now. It's just I remember all the chaos and the chaotic times of dating like attractive girls that I just don't care about them anymore. Don't care to experience that kind of chaos anymore, right? So yeah, that's kind of how my perspective on dating has changed over time. All right, so I guess to summarize it, I care less about looks, more about feeling, the sense of stability and peace is what I value more now, rather than having a hot girlfriend, right? If you've ever been through what I've been through, I know a lot of you guys have, all the chaos, it's really messes with your sense of peace in life. Like, fucks with you, it makes you feel anxious and like, I don't know, man, I don't know. So So with this less focus on girls as well, I kind of feel like it leaves more room for other important things, like career, for example. I feel like these days I can focus on my work a lot better than before, when I was obsessed with girls. When I was chasing girls at work, I wouldn't perform as well. I wouldn't be as focused, because I would be thinking about like the weekend or after work, which girl am I gonna hang out with? You know, is this girl gonna text me back? Blah blah blah. But now it's like, when you stop caring about that kind of stuff, you can just like, you can go deeper into your work. You can feel way less distracted. So yeah, that's kind of my perspective on it. Anyway, if you are younger and you're watching this, I would say don't rush to grow up, I guess. Have your fun, take your time. Once you've had enough experiences, you will naturally, you know, mature and learn about what you really value. Sometimes I kind of wish that I was a little bit better with girls when I was younger, so that I could have matured more quickly and been more ahead in my career these days. But, you know, I think everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's a good thing that I was so awkward and nerdy in my younger years. Maybe it gave me some kind of protection. Maybe if I wasn't like that, I would have gotten into some more shady stuff, maybe, you know, or gone down the wrong road. So maybe that kind of gave me some protection. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, I think. So anyway, if you guys have watched this far, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. How have you changed over the years when it comes to dating? And please subscribe, and see you in the next video.